Okay, good morning, everybody. How are we today? We're good, right? We're here. That says it all. Oh, you know what? I forgot my water. Hang on one second. Okay, so make sure you have water in a small towel. And let's start. Take your feet nice and wide. Big, deep breath. Reach the arms wide. And then try to pull the shoulders apart from one another. And take your gaze and just look up slightly. Now take the left arm down and go all the way over with the right, and then let the hip go right. So you're just supporting yourself a little bit with this left arm. Okay, come back up. And then take the right arm down, take the left one over, and let that hip push out. And then back to a standing position, take a nice big deep breath. We're going to come all the way down, let your head go, so you're just looking through your legs. You still have your feet nice and wide. Just hold here and take a few deep breaths and see if you can get your legs nice and straight. Okay, we're going to inhale and extend the spine. So your back is nice and flat. And then fold it back down. And then extend. And then back down. And one more time. And back down. Walk your hands to the front of the mat. You're going to step back to plank with your feet 4 to 6 inches apart. Keep those hips up. And let's draw the belly up and in towards the spine. Push your heels backwards and straighten the legs. And feel how you get a nice stretch in the calves. Now take your chest through the arms. Your first downward dog of the day. Let's get up on the toes and hold up on the toes. Now push the heels down. Bend the right knee and straighten the left leg as you push the heel down. Push the right heel down, bend the left knee. Nice. Now put both knees down. Walk the hands back so they're under the shoulders. And let's do some really slow and deliberate cat-cows. So rounding the back, pushing away from the floor, hollowing out the belly. These are all things that should be going on right now. And then flip it around and switch it. Now when you're here, you're still drawing the belly up and in. And just keep oscillating nice and slow between the two. We want to be trying to create as much space between those shoulder blades as is possible. And then when you flip it around, you want to really try to lower the chest towards the floor. Okay, in a neutral spine, I want you to open your knees nice and wide. Keep your toes tucked under and let's take the hips back over the heels. Take your hands to the corners of the front of the mat. Try to lower the chest towards the floor. Keep your head up. And just enjoy this nice stretch for your lats. Okay, let's come on to the forearms and slide your legs backwards. Keep your knees down. You're in a baby cobra. Just hold on this spot as you draw the belly up and into the spine. So you can have your elbows right under the shoulders. While you're here, try to crowd out the chest. Don't hunch your shoulders forward. Try to always broaden them. Okay, let's take the hands and slide them out in front. Keep your head up and your chest off the floor. So your arms are straight out in front, palms down. You're just holding your head off the floor slightly. Now take your right palm, open it to face the ceiling, and lift the arm off the floor. Draw the belly button up and into the spine, and close it and relax. Keep drawing the belly button up and in. Open the left palm, lift it, reach the arm long. Now I want you to go back to the original side, open, lift, and reach. And switch. And again. Don't let that belly relax. Last one. Nice. Now take your hands back by your chest. The elbows are close to the side of the body. You still are looking straight down at the floor. So there should be no wrinkles in the neck. That's super important. By holding the forehead up, you're actually strengthening those neck muscles. Now keep that chest trying to get a little higher without pushing your hands into the floor. They're just resting there. So we're challenging the erectus spinae muscles that run along our spine. Now take the chest down and then pick it back up. And lower and lift. And lower and lift. Now with your hands on the floor, you're going to pick your torso up and your hips, keeping the knees down. Just hold on this spot. Let's tuck our toes under just for a little added stability. Now you're going to drop into the shoulders and then push away. So it's a scapular push up. Drop down so the shoulders get nice and high towards the ears and then push away. Keep drawing the belly button up and in. And here we want to be working the biggest range that we can. We are not bending at the elbows. Okay, let's bring the hips back up. Nice and slow. Right over the heels. Forehead is above the floor, arms are long. Try to lower the chest as you exhale a little closer to the floor. Nice, now let's come back up onto all fours. You're going to take your left hand to the left ear and lift your shoulder up. And then take that elbow, cross it over to the right one, and repeat. It's all about lifting the shoulder. Okay, put that hand down, switch sides. Lift and cross. Going nice and slow, really controlling the movement. Okay, let's put both hands down. We're just going to elevate off the knees, just hold them there about an inch above the floor. Belly button draws up and in. and lower the knees. Lift them. And lower. And lift. And go to a small downward dog. Push both heels to the floor. And just hold here. Push your legs straight if you can get them. Now, walk your hands forward so you're in a regular high plank. And let's do some scapular push-ups again. So lower down, push away with the chest. No bending of the arms. Your range is going to be different in this position, but that's okay. Okay, find a nice neutral spot. I want you to take your left foot up between your hands and take your right knee down onto the floor. Let's keep our toes tucked under on that right foot. We're going to draw the hips back and point your left toes up to the ceiling. Walk the hands forward and your hips. Take your gaze, look up. We're going to do that again. Walk it back, toes up. And if this bothers your right knee, please put a towel under it. Come back forward. Let your hips just kind of go as far forward as they want to. And take it back one last time. See if you can draw the hips a little further back. Maybe you can get right over that back heel. And then come back forward. Step back, meet me in plank. We're going to do a little half hover and go right to up dog. You can have your knees down, but really proud out the chest here and broaden the shoulders. Toes tuck under, you're back to a down dog. Pull forward to plank. Give me some scapular push-ups. Make them great. Go nice and slow. Lowering and lifting. Arms are straight. Really great way to work your thoracic spine. Develop better posture with all of the imbalances that we do to our body throughout the day. Okay, neutral position. Right foot comes forward. Left knee goes down. Just feel on your fingertips. Now walk the hands back. Hips push back, right toes point up. Keep your hips nice and even. Come back forward. And back. Go as far back as you can. Walk it forward. And one last time. Go as far back as you can. Maybe get the hips right over that back heel. And then come forward. Hands down, step back plank. Let's do that nice slow hover. And go right to up dog. This time, let's elevate off the knees. Take your gaze, look forward. Put the knees down, bring your hips back. You're going to stay on the tops of your feet. Open the knees and let's go right to a child's pose. This time we're putting the forehead down on the floor and it's more of a relaxation pose. You're going to be here for 6 big breaths.
Nice, now let's come back up. We're gonna tuck our toes under, go to a downward dog. Hold here for 3 big breaths. Just close your eyes. You really want to get rid of all distractions. Okay, let's walk our feet towards the hands. You're going to inhale and extend the spine. And then reverse swan dive. Come all the way back up. Flip your palms, reach for the ceiling. Try to get the arms really long and lift out of your hips. And then relax. Shake it out. Okay, we're going to take the left foot forward. We're going to take the right foot back. Look down at your feet and let's try to get our heels in the same line. Your back foot is out on a 45-degree angle. Now we're going to take these hips and shift them forward. You're going to feel a nice little stretch to the top part of that leg. But with both legs straight. Now take the arms, just reach them straight up. You're trying to rotate that right hip as far forward as it will go. While you press the outside of your back foot into the floor. Nice. Now bring the arms back down to your waist. You're going to shift your hips to face the right side. We're going to move them towards the back of the room and take this into a triangle pose. So your left hand's going to come down the leg. How far depends on your flexibility and comfort. But we're not rotating the torso forward. Now I'm going to take this right arm, reach it up, straight up towards the ceiling. So your right arm should be long, as is the left. And you want to be trying to get your hips going backwards. So you get a nice stretch in the front inner thigh. Now, if this hurts your neck, take your head, look down at your left foot. Come back when you're ready. Okay, let this right hand come down to meet the left. Wherever that might be. Now, if you can reach the floor, fingertips only, go for it, but we're not rounding the back. Okay, now I want you to round your back, flex the spine, fold over that front leg. Just hold. The modified pigeon stretch, because we still have that back foot facing out. Okay, up onto the fingers, extend the spine, turn your back foot to face forward, drive the heel down towards the floor. Now I want you to bend your front leg, so your knee is on top of the ankle. Slide your back leg back. You're now in a runner's lunge. Let's take that right palm to the floor and the left one inside your front foot. Now let's slide the back foot a little further back if you can and lower your right knee to the floor. I want you to press your left knee into your left arm. Nice. Now release that press. Lower down onto your right forearm if you can. Hold and breathe here a few times. Come back up onto that palm. Take that left hand to the outside. Come off your back knee. Step back plank. Let's meet in down dog. 5 big breaths. Close your eyes. Walk your feet to the middle of the mat, walk your hands back to your feet, extend the spine. Shift your hips backwards, straighten out your legs. Reverse swan dive all the way back up, flip your palms, reach for the ceiling. And let the arms relax. We're gonna step the right foot forward, left foot back. Try to get both your heels. You have to take a peek. You want them in the same line. Back foot's on a 45-degree angle. Rotate your hips forward. Now, while you do this, you're trying to press the outside of that back foot down onto the mat if it's not weighted. Reach the arms straight up, hold and breathe. Okay, bring the hands back to your waist. We're going to rotate now to face the left side of your room. Take your left hand, start lowering it as you shift your hips backwards. So your torso is going to come down. We're not flexing the spine to get down. So there's no perfect pose here or perfect place to end. Just go where you feel a nice stretch in your front inner thigh. You can take this left arm, reach it straight up to the ceiling. Take your gaze, follow it. But if it hurts your neck, you're taking your face and you're looking down at that right foot. Okay, bring this left hand to meet the right one. See your chest is now over that front leg. Let's take our fingers down to the floor if you can. Keep the spine extended. Both legs are straight. Now flex your spine, let your head go. Okay, extend the spine again. Turn your back foot to face forward, both heels down, both legs straight. You're in pigeon. Fold again over the front leg. Try not to weight your hands into the floor. You want to use the weight of the torso to release this right leg. So if you're offsetting the weight through the hands, you're making it less intense of a stretch. So you decide what feels good for you. Inhale, extend the spine. Bend your front knee. Hands down, slide the left foot back. You're in runner's lunge. Put that left knee down on the floor. Both palms inside the front foot. Take that right knee, push it into the right arm. Lower down onto your left forearm if you can. Release that right knee from pushing into the arm. Just kind of let it hang out wherever it wants to be. Come off the forearm. Take that right hand to the outside, step back to a plank. Let's do a little hover. And right to up dog. Hold here and breathe. Crowd out your chest. Draw the belly in. Okay, slowly lower the chest all the way down to the floor. Keep your hands where they are, right by the chest. You're gonna take your left knee, slide it forward, so it's out to the side. Now slide it back, do the same with the opposite leg. Slide it up and forward, out to the side. Slide it back. We're just gonna do this one more time on each side. And if you need to put a towel under the knee to slide it, go ahead. Switch sides. Take it back. Tuck the toes under, feet are 4 to 6 inches apart. Lift your torso and hips back up off the floor and right to a downward facing dog. Push your heels towards the floor. Come back to plank. Let's take that left knee to the left elbow. Let's cross it over to the right. Bring it back to the left. Step it back, but hold it up. Now put it down. Right knee forward. Cross it. Bring it back, step it back, hold it up. Put it down, go right back to your downward facing dog. Put your knees down on the floor, kick those feet out to the side, have a seat on your butt. We're gonna meet in staff pose. Let's bring the arms out in front. We're gonna slowly C-curve the spine and come all the way down. Draw the belly in, that's the most important. Take the arms straight back behind you. Reach them nice and long, point your toes. Nice and flat on the shoulder blades. Bring the arms back down onto the floor. Cup your fingers. Get flat on your blades, that's really important. I want you to proud out your chest. Keep your arms lifted off the floor. Turn your toes into touch, give me a slight bend in the legs. Roll your pelvis up, squeeze your knees, and lift your hips off the floor. Now open the knees while your hips are up, and then close them again. Squeeze even harder second time around. Open. Turn your feet all the way out as far as they can go, and then close again. Hips are still up and you're squeezing those knees. Open again, one more time. Squeeze. Put your butt down, relax, let the arms hit the floor. Just wiggle those feet in and out so you release all the muscles through the legs. Slide the left foot in and then the right. I want you to roll the pelvis up so your lower back is on the floor. And then flip it around. Roll it down, draw the belly in, and roll it back up. Keep that going.
I'm not sure I understand.
What is that? Keep going, rolling the pelvis or rocking the pelvis, whatever you want to call it. Feet have walked in really close to the butt. Now with the low back on the floor, your feet, walk them in even closer if you can. Cup your fingers again and lift the arms off the floor. Squeeze your knees to touch. Your feet are 6 or 8 inches apart. like hip width, whatever. Now roll up while you squeeze the knees. And then slowly, at least 3 or 4 counts, you're coming back down, nice and slow. It's like a massage for your spine and the pelvis and the low back. Squeeze and lift back up. Roll back down nice and slow. Roll the pelvis forward so the space between the low back and the floor is huge. And then get rid of that space. Roll back up. Keep squeezing your knees while you do this. One more time. Down slow. Then we're going up. Nice and slow. Once you get up, open your knees. Let the arms relax to the floor. Extend your right leg out nice and straight. You have your thighs at the same height. Just hold. Now take that right foot and circle it so you get a nice release through the ankle. Go the other way. Point and flex. Put that foot down. Extend the left leg out. Your thighs should be at the same height if you can get them there. Circle your foot. Change directions. Don't let that right knee open up. Point and flex. Put that foot down. Slowly lower one vertebrae at a time. Extend the right leg down along the floor. Pull your left knee into the chest. Take hold of the outside of your left foot with your left hand. Relax the right arm to the floor. Now take that left heel, point it up to the ceiling. You still have a big bend in the leg, right? Try to use your left hand to pull the knee towards your body or the floor. Just hold that. So either take a towel now around the bottom of the left foot, hold on to it with your left hand, or if you don't need a towel, just keep holding the foot, but straighten out that left leg. Let the toes press down, opening all the tendons behind the knee. Now, can you take that leg, using your muscle of the leg, and move the foot backwards? Okay, bend the knee. Push the foot back down towards the floor. And then release it. We're going to do the same thing with the right. Pull the right knee in to the chest, nice and close. Try to keep your left calf muscle on the floor throughout this series. Find the outside of the foot, see if you can just take that heel, just take the heel and point it up towards the ceiling. So now you're using the right arm to get the knee a little closer to the floor. I still have my left calf down. Now I'm going to try to straighten this right leg, either with a towel or still holding the foot. Take your toes of the right foot, push them down. Take the muscles of the right leg, see if you can move the leg further backwards. Don't depend so much on the arm. Okay, bend the knee again. Use the arm to pull the knee towards the floor. And then take that leg all the way down along the floor. Arms push all the way back. So this time with the arms back behind us, I want you to make them a little bit wider, sort of more like a Y. Now, try to sink your ribs while you hold the arms back there. It's not so easy to do, but let's work on that. Now, flex both your feet. Push the left heel out and lift that left heel a few inches off the floor. And then put it back down. Do the same with the right. Push the right heel up, lift the foot, and lower it. Bring the arms back to the floor so they get a little reprieve. Get nice and flat on the shoulder blades. We're going to do the same exercise. Lower your ribs, push your left heel out, lift that left leg off the floor. And this time we're going to add a little circle. Doesn't need to be fast and it doesn't need to be big. You're working your hip flexors here. Change your direction. Keep drawing the belly down. Now just lift and lower that leg a little bit. Put the foot down on the floor. Shake your legs by moving your feet in and out. And then let's go back to flexed feet. Push your right heel out, lift that right leg off the floor. Lower the ribs, make that nice little circle. Change the direction. Let's take the leg up and down a little bit. And lower it to the floor. Bring your feet in towards your butt. They're still hip width apart. Rock the pelvis forward and back really slowly. When you rock the pelvis up, I want you to do it through the heels, like push your weight into the heels, not the toes. Okay, we're taking the legs straight up to the ceiling. Feet are flexed. You're gonna open the legs nice and wide. Just kind of let them fall out to the side, but push your heels out. Your legs should be straight if they can be. And now let's bring them together slowly. We're gonna do this 2 more times. Open up slow. And let's close nice and slow. Last one, open. And close. And push that right heel away from you as you slowly lower the right heel towards the floor. When you get close, bring it back up nice and slow. And then do the same with the left. Push the heel out. Lower slow. Come back up nice and slow. That's your core doing a lot of the work there. Okay, both knees into the chest. Little circle to massage your lower back. Let's keep the knees together first time through. Change directions. Next, put your feet down on the floor, legs are bent. We're gonna just let the knees fall to the left, wherever they wanna go. Take your right arm, reach it straight back behind you. The palm should face the midline of the body and spread those fingers wide. Now take that right knee, see if you can lower it towards the floor so you intensify the side body stretch you're feeling. And take that right hand and try to reach for the back of your room. So you get a good stretch through your lat. Okay, bring the arm back. Bring your knees back up, slowly. Take them to the right, let them go where they want to. Take that left arm back behind you, nice and long arm. Spread your fingers wide. Your thumb might be touching the floor, that's okay. Now, while you hold that arm reaching, try to take your left knee and lower it. Okay, bring the arm back, bring the knees back up. You're gonna bring them into the chest. We're gonna circle them open nice and wide, so you got your hands on each kneecap. You're gonna push them forward, making that nice big circle, and then bring them in and right back out. Your circle is as big as your arms are long. Now change your direction. Nice. Now rock and roll up. We're gonna sit up nice and tall with our legs nice and wide. Our feet are still flexed. Spine is nice and long. We're gonna walk it forward. Slowly. Take your feet and try to point your toes towards the back of the room as you continue to walk forward. When you can't go anymore with your spine long, flex it and lower the forearms to the floor. Let your head relax. Keep trying to point those toes towards the back of the room. Now take your toes and point them towards the front of the room. And then take them pointing to the back. And just kind of oscillate between the two. Nice, now the toes are pointing up to the ceiling. Inhale, extend the spine. So you're off your forearms. Walk your hands back. Now we're going to turn our chest to face our left knee. So your left hand's outside the leg and your right hand is inside the leg. We're going to walk our fingers out slowly and lower your face down just above your knee. Keep walking as far as you can and then just hold on that spot. Now, while you're holding here, I want you to do a slight variation of angle. So take your right shoulder, try to lift it up a little bit towards the ceiling. So you're stretching out that QL when you do this. That's a deep muscle towards the side back of the body. Often the culprit for a sore lower back. Okay, lower the shoulder back to where it was. See if you can walk those hands, step them out, even if it's a ½ an inch more. And now we're going to slowly walk back. And let's do the same thing on the other side. So turn your chest to face the right. Start walking the hands. You got one on each side of the leg. Take your gaze down to that right knee. Walk out as far as you can. And now see if you can lift that left shoulder up. You're going to feel the waistband on that left side body when you do that. It's a really intense stretch. Okay, lower the shoulder, maybe give me another ½ an inch or an inch with those hands walking out. And walk them back. Nice, take the legs back to the mat, shake them out. Pull your left knee in, Pull the right knee in. You're coming up onto your toes. Fingers on the floor, out in front. This is a nice way to stretch out the right around your Achilles, lower calves. Okay, let's meet in a full forward fold. And we're going to cross our arms and just completely unweight the upper body. 3 big, huge breaths. Puffing up the rib cage, expanding it. Creating space. Nice. Now release the arms. Roll up slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time. Nice. Now take a nice big deep breath. Woohoo! We are done. Thank you so much for your power and strength. Good job, everybody. Good job.